My friends, what's going on, everyone? My name's Kai. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's gonna be a really fun night tonight. I haven't I haven't been streaming that much because I'm a very busy man here in Tokyo. However, my girlfriend is on a business trip right now, and I've got lots of time. I've got lots of time. Okay, guys, I hope you're doing well. What we are doing tonight is we're going to be playing Pokemon Yellow. I recently picked up a Famicom with a Super Famicom with a Game Boy player on it. So that's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna have fun. Um, I've started a new game here, and everything's in Japanese, so I might have a little bit of a hard time understanding, but um, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. So, guys, how are you? Is my little thing is stuck? There we go. How is everyone? I hope everyone's doing well. I'll talk to Mom real quick. Oh, I hope you enjoy your adventure. Yes. I've got a few hours to kill right now. One thing that's unfortunate is I have COVID, which sucks. Um, yeah, I'm sick for the third time. Third time in my life I've had this stupid thing. It's not that bad though. I've been vaxxed 3 times, so it won't be that bad. It won't be that bad. Either way, guys, I hope you're well. I hope you're well. I'm wearing sunglasses right now because the the um the lighting in this room is very bright. Hey buddy, what's up, Muse fan? How are you? I haven't seen you in so long. Uh, I'm doing okay, except I'm sick. Other than that, though, life is good. Life is good. I'm not letting it get me down or anything like that. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I hope I don't sound too congested right now. But I'm in my apartment here, and it's a nice time. It's cool to have my own apartment in Japan. I never thought that would ever happen, you know. Um, my life has changed so dramatically in the last year. Um, on April 1st, so in about 2 weeks, it will be the 1 year anniversary of when I came here for the very first time, and I'm just astonished on how far things have come, you know. Um, 1 year ago, I came down here just as a dream, thinking I would be here for 30 days, and I immediately came back when I went home. And then I fell in love with my girlfriend, and now, now it's my third time, and I'm a resident. I have my own address and everything. I even ordered Amazon packages to the house. That's very cool. You were sick. You were sick. What were you sick with? I'm so sorry that you were sick, but I'm really glad that you're doing better. I hope that I feel better soon. I've been stuck in this sickness now for about 3.5 days, and it's been rough. It's been rough. And then when I go outside, oh wait, you know what? I'm not gonna give it a nickname. Um, when I go out, it was just a cold. Oh, okay, good. Good, good, good. Um, when I go outside to like just go to the grocery store, and it's rough, you know, wearing a mask when you're so congested. You have to stop every like 5 minutes and just take a breather. I also tried to make a vlog while I was sick, and I did do it, but it did not go very well at all. Okay, so I'm gonna need to figure... Now, there is something unique about this fight. So, if you lose this fight, the different evolutions of Eevee change. So if you lose this fight, you you get a Vaporeon near the end, when it's fully done. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw this battle, and if I lose this battle later on when it's the end of the game, it'll be a Vaporeon, and that will be weak to the Pikachu. So I'll do it like that. Master, my everyday look. Oh, I hear ya. It was just a call. Anyway, so it was hard last week. Anyways, later, bro. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day, and yeah, have an amazing day, buddy. Okay, so come on, don't just do tail wag over and over again. Basically, I can't understand any of this language, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. There's only 4 moves that you can use, you know what I mean? So I can't imagine that it'll be very hard. Okay, so we've lost our first battle. That's totally fine. Gary can do whatever he wants. I don't think his name is Gary in this thing. Hey, what is up, Andrew? How are you doing, Melee? What's up with Melee? What is up with Melee, buddy? Okay, so I think we can heal. Can we heal Pikachu here? No, Pikachu's not very happy right now. Okay. Where can you heal in Viridian City, in Pallet Town? Where do you heal in Pallet Town? Oh, it is healed. Okay. So, if I remember correctly, we're supposed to... Melee is rad. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Melee's awesome. Who's your give me your top 3 favorite characters in Melee. My number 1 is Game & Watch. My number 1 character of all time is Game & Watch. I'm very good at playing with Game & Watch. Even though it's like one of the lightest characters in the game, I'm really, really good at not getting hit with Game & Watch. I don't think he gave me any Pokeballs. I think we have to get the Pokeballs once we get to the next town. A level 7. Awesome. Okay. So what's nice about Pikachu and the start of this game is I believe the Pidgeys are weak to electricity. So that's a good thing. Okay. So, the reason why I'm doing a playthrough of this game, Fox, Falco, and Marth. Okay, I gotcha. Fox and Falco, are very, very similar, but definitely a good 3. I'd say my top 3 in Melee are, Game & Watch number 1, Sheik number 2, or Zelda and Sheik number 2, and what else? Probably Link or Samus. Yeah, Link or Samus would be good. I've probably played Melee the most out of all the games. Well, actually, Ultimate I've probably played the most of. I like Melee. I like the adventure mode in Melee. I think though that they really missed. I think they really missed a really good opportunity though with the story mode in that game, or the adventure mode. Just because there's certain levels in that, like the Mario level, like the Zelda themed level, everything like that, they were really cool. And they were, especially the Zelda themed level in the adventure mode was very cool because there was, you know, all these multiple paths and stuff like that. I think that if they would have made the entire game like the Mario section or like the Zelda section instead of just throwing in random battles into it, I think it would have been much better. Also, having to play for 20 straight hours to unlock Mewtwo is hard. The best way to do it, though, is you just start a match and go to bed. You just leave the console on overnight because it counts for the time, right? How do you unlock Game & Watch in that game? I forget, but yeah, when I was young, I loved Game & Watch. Simply because of like that hammer that he's got with the numbers and the oil bucket. Oh. So I believe in the Japanese version he's drunk. He's not sleeping. I believe he's drunk. I have my translator here, so let me quickly translate this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in the Japanese version he's drunk. What does it say? It says, yay, hiccup. Listen to my story. Maybe not. Okay. Or maybe it's the girl who says it. Maybe it's the girl who says it. Because I know in the North American one he's just sleeping. But I'm pretty sure that in the Japanese one he's loaded. No. Maybe not. This is, my translator is gonna have a hard time, translating stuff because of, the text is different, right? Like, it's like 8-bit text, so what do I have to do here? I have to talk to... Or maybe I go even farther. Let's go even farther and see what we can do. Yeah, because I seem to remember we have to go to... Do we have to go to the lab? Or do we have to go to the Pokemon Center? Like, there's something... Man, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough with the Japanese language. Okay, so, let's just go talk to everybody, see if we get anything. Come on. Go! There. So if anybody knows where I'm supposed to go right now, please let me know. Okay. Okay, so some of the characters that I am determined on getting for this run. Oh yeah, you go to the shop. You go to the shop, the guy says that he's got something for Professor Oak, and then you go back. Yeah, okay. We got the special package, now we go back. What was I gonna say? So, I'm playing this game specifically to make a party in, Pokemon Stadium. And, we're gonna go with, definitely a Mr. Mime. Something that I'm disappointed with in, with this game is that you can't get coughing. And, coughing's one of my favorite, and it was one that I really wanted to, use for Pokemon Stadium, but unfortunately it doesn't look like I can do that. And Magmar and Jinx, I don't believe Magmar and Jinx are in this game either as collectible. Oh, and Electabuzz, so a lot of those guys aren't, available in this game, which sucks ass. But I think my team will probably be like Hitmonlee, Victory Bell, Mr. Mime, probably an Electrode, and a Muck. Yeah. What's your favorite Pokemon, bro? What is your favorite Pokemon? I would be very curious. Uh-oh, here comes Gary. Hey, what is up? I am so glad to see you. what is going on, my friend? I hope that you are doing well. Alright, I've just got my, sorry, I've got work going on the other side here. There we go. Yeah, I'm doing work as I'm streaming, so lots of fun. Hey, I just wanted to let you guys know, my latest vlog is up now. How is Japan? I'm still in Japan. I live in Japan now. Japan's amazing. I'm sitting in my apartment in Japan right now. I'm gonna be here until the summer. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Japan is just an amazing place. Bex, how's it going, buddy? I'm so glad to see you. By the way, guys, if I sound super stuffed up, I have coronavirus, so that sucks. Actually, you know what? Give me a moment. I want to blow my nose and, like, hack up for, like, 2 minutes, so... just give me... just give me a second. Alright, guys, I am back. I am back. I'm so stressed out, but life is really good. Even though I'm sick, no, I'm not good. Did you go to the haunted hotel? I am going to the haunted hotel. The haunted hotel is actually about 450 kilometers away from Tokyo. So I have booked it. I'll be going in May. I'll be going for my birthday, basically. But it is far away, and I'm really hoping that by May I have a couple more Patreon supporters. I'm also doing some tours down here, so I'm trying my best to raise up some money for it. So one thing that was lucky was I have a platinum. Oh, hey Wolf, what's up, man? I'm so glad that you're here too. I'm so glad that you're here, my man. Wolf, Bex, Paramomus. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you guys are awesome. I really appreciate you guys. Andrew, if you're still here, awesome. All of you guys are awesome. Yeah, so I have a platinum travel visa, and guys, don't think that I'm like rich or anything. Anybody can get a platinum visa. It's just the annual interest that you pay on it. However, I didn't use any of my points during my last vacation, so I had enough points saved up that it covered the cost of the haunted hotel. And I'm staying for 2 nights. I'm not just staying for 1 night. I'm staying for 2 nights because I'm going to dedicate an entire night to filming. And then on the other hand, I'm just going to dedicate a night to not filming. So if there is a ghost, right? If there is a ghost. Now, I don't believe in ghosts. I believe in spirits, right? I definitely believe in spirits. However, I do not believe in ghosts in the sense of they can like enter the physical world, you know? But I have a feeling that if a ghost could enter the physical world or something like that, that it probably wouldn't want to be filmed. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It just probably sounds so stupid. So I'm gonna film, and if nothing happens, then I'm gonna stay again, and I'm not gonna film, and I'll see if something happens while I don't film. Either way, it'll be a really cool experience. It'll be a really cool experience. But again, it's about 450 kilometers away from here. So I would really like to take the bullet train instead of taking the bus. The bus would take about 6 hours to get there. The bullet train would take about an hour and 10 minutes to get there. So I think the money spent on a Shinkansen ticket would be worth it, just because you're essentially losing 12 hours of your trip by going on the bus, whereas you're only losing like 2.5 hours if you go on the Shinkansen. Oh man, I feel sick. Life is good though. Like, even though that I'm sick, I couldn't be happier. My girlfriend's in a different country right now though. That sucks. She's on a business trip. It kind of makes me proud though, knowing that my girlfriend is like a successful, like, businesswoman. You know what I mean? I think that's pretty cool. Another thing, like, I love my girlfriend so much, and I don't want to, like, be, like, a fanboy of my own girlfriend, but I see beautiful women every single day here. Down in Akihabara, you see incredibly beautiful women, and I haven't seen a single woman who is more beautiful than my girlfriend. And I can say that in all honesty. I can say that without any hyperbole whatsoever. And trust me, I look. You know, I look at all of the maids that are down there. I look at all of the different people, and I can honestly say from the bottom of my heart that I've never seen a more beautiful girl than my girlfriend. And I'm so happy about that. It's a really nice feeling. I'm definitely gonna die here. I don't have a potion, do I? Okay, I have to figure... So this is menu, right? No, this is run. This is item. This is Pokemon. Yes. I love Hondor. Oh, do you? Give me 1 second, buddy. Give me 1 second, because I think I have something that you would be pretty interested in. Hold on 1 sec. Is this Hondor? You don't sound well. No, man, I'm sick. I have corona. I feel like crap. But I'm making the best out of it. I think that this is Hondor. I'm not too sure, but I think so. You know what's really cool? They have these Pokemon decks down here, and you can't buy packs of Pokemon cards in Japan unless you're a kid, but you can buy these, and they're really reasonable price, and they're definitely something that I'm gonna buy like 20 of them, and then bring them back to Canada and just sell them. Because they're relatively cheap here. They're about $7 here, and I could almost guarantee you that I could get, 15, 20 bucks for them back home. So, also with my Patreon, I have to update it, but I'm adding a Pokemon tier to it, and I'm adding a video game tier to it. So, I think probably I'll add it to the, maybe to like the 50. But yeah. Oh, Bex, I was filming a vlog the other day, and I talked about you a lot in it, because I kept finding Bomberman 64. I kept finding it, and I can't find it for any less than 127,000 yen. So it's a pretty freaking expensive game. Oh, you want to know something amazing though? So, the Japanese people. Oh, there's a Mankey here? That's something that I could use. I don't have any money though. Um, what was I gonna say? Uh, shoot. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. So, eBay isn't popular. eBay isn't popular here, right? So they like use Yahoo auctions or whatever, but the one thing that I find very prevalent, like 90% of the time, is when I buy a game here, I immediately come home and I put it on my price charting account, right? And price charting is an amazing, excuse me, it's an amazing website that basically tracks your video game collection or comic collection or whatever. It tracks your collection and it shows you the value of it. And the value is determined on like the last 10 most recent sales on auction sites. So it's very, very accurate, you know? And I found you really so bad, my man. Oh man. Shoot. Um, I found a game today that it's not necessarily a very good game. It's definitely gonna go on to like my crappy game marathon kind of thing. I have it here. Hold on one sec. I have a big episode of what's in my bag coming up, but I'll give you guys a sneak peek. Um, I got, where is it? Okay, so here it is. This is one of the rarest Nintendo 64 games there is. This is Beast Wars Transmetals, I believe. In North America, this game was only released as a blockbuster rental, so you couldn't even purchase it in North America. So the North American copy of this in the box is worth thousands of dollars. The Japanese version is worth less, but something that the Japanese do is if something is in perfect condition, it will be priced accordingly, right? But the Japanese are very particular on condition, so the moment there's any kind of blemish on it, it gets heavily discounted. And this box on the one side is all ripped. That doesn't matter to me because the only thing that I care about is the front of the box and the back of the box. I don't necessarily care about that, and it's only on one side. But because this game was damaged, I picked this up for 3,900 yen, which is about $35 Canadian. I came home and I put it into price charting, and it's worth like $140. And that is so awesome about video game shopping down here. Another game that I recently got was another copy of Wave Race 64, but the Shindo version. And that game, I picked it up at a game store for I picked it up for 19 Canadian dollars. And if you guys saw my video that I made about my top 5 rarest games, my rarest Nintendo 64 games, it was number 1. The Shindo version of that game is worth over $100, and I found a copy of it for 19 bucks, so that's really cool. That's really cool. That means that I can send other YouTubers like expensive games without having to send them actually expensive games, if that makes sense. I can send them expensive games without having to pay expensive prices for those games, which is really cool, Something I plan on doing a lot more when I get back is I'd like to collaborate with more YouTubers. I've been talking a lot with Retro Car Collector. He's a really cool guy. I'd recommend you checking out his channel. There's a couple. You have you do a COVID test? No, I did a COVID test, man. I did a COVID test. I fucking hate the COVID test so much. Having to stick that goddamn thing up your nose. I hate it. And I hate having to do it to myself. At least if you have somebody else do it, you can't, you know, hesitate. But no. At my old job, we had to get tested like every week. And it was absolute hell. It was absolute hell because um, a lot of you guys might know that I had cancer, right? And a big part of the cancer treatment was them sticking a camera all the way up into my sinus. And guys, it was one of the most painful things that I could ever explain. Um, I've literally stepped on I've when I was bedridden I had to have a catheter, right? And I stepped on it getting out of bed, and that wasn't as painful as the scope up my nose. Um and so I hate it. I hate it. But I'm staying in. I'm staying in. I'm not really going out. The only it ain't too bad. No, that's the thing. Some people like don't have a problem with it at all, and it blows my mind. So like when when I had to go get tested for my work, like every week, there was just this was in like the height of when it happened. There was like 15 stations where people were getting it, and nobody was making any noise. But I'm telling you, the moment that crossed like right here, boom, I start screaming every single time. Yeah. Ever since ever since my cancer, things going up my nose is just a no-no. It's kind of like how you know not to put things up your butt. It's kind of the same with me. Okay, let's see what these items are. I need to get some Pokeballs because okay, Monster Balls, poisonous, paralyzed. Okay, so that's number one. Okay, so we're gonna pick up, um, yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so if I remember, the first gym leader in this game is, Brock, and Brock can, like, not be damaged with Pikachu. So we're gonna have to go, maybe find, a Mankey. I think Rock is weak to fighting. So if we can find a Mankey, that would be great. Um, and also, I guess we'll need to get like a Pidgey, and we'll need to get a couple throwaway creatures. In Pokemon, I don't know if this is true with Gen 1, but in later Pokemon games, like Pokemon Silver and stuff like that, it's better to, I always thought when I was young, it's better to catch a Pokemon that is a high level, because obviously they're already a high level. Um, However, with the newer ones at least, you want to catch them at a lower level so you can raise them up yourself. Because the stats are better when you raise them up yourself. Yeah, so there was a Mankey in here. We did see a Mankey in here, so let's grind in here for a little bit. Hopefully we'll find one. A Nidoran, Nidorino, not too bad. But really not what we're looking for. Because I'm playing this game solely to make a Pokemon Stadium team, I really want to just focus on them. But even with Pokemon Stadium, I'm going to need to grind out the... Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. So, let's get this with one hit, and then hopefully not kill it in one hit. I don't think we're powerful enough to kill it in one hit, so... Oh, son of a bitch! Oh, I can change the color. Oh god, that's like the original Game Boy, which is green. That's terrible. Okay, oh yeah, I gotta remember, this isn't a color game. This is a Game Boy game. It's not a color Game Boy game. Okay, so our attack is too strong to kill out a Mankey, so we're gonna have to catch like a Rattata or something, and then weaken it down like that. Okay. So, is there anything new going on? Bex, if you're still here, how's Oville? How's your job treating you? I hope we seem to have learned something new. Oh, it's like paralyzed, yeah. Okay. Yeah, how is it down there? You know what I decided? There was a job that I had lined up for when I get back, and I'm not gonna go to that job. I'm not gonna go to that job. Bex, I believe that we spoke about what the job was, and to be honest with you, I just don't think it suits my brand, and that might sound like a silly reason why, like, not to take a job, especially if it's a job that's offered to you. I just don't I just don't think that it suits my brand well enough, you know? I don't want to I don't want to be an advocate for sobriety and then work in a place where people could become intoxicated. So glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you, Kev. You know what? Me and Megumi were talking about your wedding last night. I don't think she'll be able to come, unfortunately, but trust me, I've been bugging her about it. I've been bugging her about it. Let me tell you, drafts only need 5 to 30 minutes of sleep in a 24-hour period. They often achieve that quick nap. Oh man, that's funny, Kev. That's funny. That is really funny, Kev. I like that. I like your draft facts, man. They bring me happiness. Kev, if I sound weird, I have coronavirus for the third time. Third time. Yikes. Also, there's nobody on Earth whose nose blowing is louder than mine. When I blow my nose, everybody in the apartment building hears it. Um, yeah, so Bex, what I'm gonna do, the thing is, my disability actually increases when I get back to Canada. Um, because I love your draft facts, man. I love your draft facts because I mean, drafts are cool. It's cool to know these facts about drafts. Um, yeah, so the thing is, my disability is getting increased when I get back to Canada because right now I've been on OW, and I have barely been getting by with OW. However, when I get back to Canada, I'm getting on full like ODSP, and my my monthly rate is going to be going up by like $600 or $700, and with that, I'm allowed to work up to, I believe it's like $1,000 a month or like $1,500 a month of like legitimate work of like working for an employee kind of thing. Um, and then plus, I mean, I don't make much money off of my pictures, but every little bit adds up, you know what I mean? You know what sucks though? I haven't sold a single picture on my Patreon. I don't think people understand that they can purchase my photos on my Patreon. I've sold a bunch of them like in person, you know? Um, but I don't think people understand that they can buy my art on my Patreon. However, with my art sales, and like other things that I'm doing, I just don't think that getting a full-time job is worth it. Because like let's say I got a full-time job at $18 an hour, right? Which is pretty typical. If I got a full-time job at $18 an hour, um, I could basically work a max and make like $2,400 a month, right? But with my disability, plus working, let's say on weekends, I would be making the exact same amount of money, you know? Um, Plus, I can still focus on doing other things, going on adventures, doing art, stuff like that. Because I don't really have a huge friend group. I mean, I have you and Kev, but that's really who I have in Canada, you know what I mean? Oh, perfect Mankey. Perfect Mankey. Okay, so you know what? What we're gonna do is we're gonna try and paralyze it. I mean, Pokemon's so cruel when you think about it. Yeah, Pokemon's an incredibly cruel game. um, but yeah, I don't want to I don't want to come off as lazy, you know, but by doing math, you can quickly figure out if it's worth it or not, you know? If somebody offered me a job as like a forklift operator, full time, where I was making, you know, $30 an hour, oh hell yeah. Then I'd go off disability and do that. However, there's a reason why I'm on disability. You know what I mean? So it's not like I can just immediately jump into a 40-hour work week. There's a reason why I'm on disability, and the reason is because I have incredibly bad social anxiety, and some other things that, you know, we can talk about as friends in person. But yeah, there's things, you know? And with Megumi, the thing with Megumi is, of course, she wants me to work, and I promised her that I would get a job, and that's completely fine. But the big thing about Megumi is she wants me to be happy, and also, as long as I'm making money, whatever way it is, it doesn't really matter. I don't mean it like that. I mean, I'm not going to be a prostitute or something like that, but Megumi doesn't mind if I work weekends and do that kind of stuff, you know? So, I'm totally cool with that. And I gotta remember too, right now I'm living on my own. Not living on my own, I'm living with a roommate. But I'm gonna be talking with my social worker because I really want to move out. I really, really, really want to move out. I've gotten to the point where I just want to move out. You know, I want to be on my sense. Or a dealer, yeah. Yeah, exactly. If I was a dealer, she wouldn't like that. But you know what? There's not even a point of being a dealer in Canada anymore. I mean, now that marijuana is legal in Canada, you know, if I were to do something like that, no, I can't even talk about that. I would never do that. That's silly. Yeah, but the main thing is, I need to be happy. And I realized for a very long time, that I was incredibly unhappy. And a lot of people don't understand, like, the mental aspect to it. Kev, if you're still here, I know 100% that you know what I'm talking about, because we both deal with these kind of things. And yeah, there's people that don't have that kind of social anxiety that can't really understand how crippling it is. For example, my dad doesn't think I'm disabled, and it doesn't make any sense because, you know, my doctor has diagnosed me several times with certain things, you know? So, it doesn't make sense. I have a doctor's diagnosis, I'm on a ton of medication, you know, but my dad's like, oh, it's all in your head. It's like, you're right, it is all in my head. That doesn't justify it, you know? Yeah, so basically I need to be happy. I've done periods of my life where I've worked very hard. I used to be a chef. I used to, like, I have like 12 years of retail experience. I have 7 years of, no wait, that would mean I started work. I started working when I was 14 years old in a kitchen. And I worked in the kitchen industry until I was about 17. And then when I was 17 until I was about 21, I worked in the retail industry. And then I went to college, and then I came back. I worked in the cooking industry again. So I have a lot of experience with working. I'm not lazy. However, my last job, I'm not going to say where I worked, but I can tell you that it was like a home improvement store. A very famous home improvement store. It's not hard to figure out. It was a great job. To be honest with you, I really don't have much negative to say about it. They had great health insurance. The people were nice. The bosses were nice enough. You know what I mean? But they did one thing to me that I really, really did not appreciate. And this is something that will happen in retail no matter what. So basically, I had been working there for about 3 years, and I had been 1 year sober at this point, right? So when I started working there, they didn't know that I was an alcoholic. And I was kind of at the point in my alcoholism when I started working there that it was somewhat manageable, you know? Um, so when they hired me and I got through the 6 months probation, after you get through probation in a lot of retail places, it's very hard for them to actually fire you. They have to give you written notices. They even, like, I've been suspended at my job. You know what I mean? Like I was in high school. Oh, Kyle, you're suspended for a week without pay. We'll see you next Monday. It's very hard to actually get fired. Um, but that can be good for you, but can also be detrimental to the company. So after I finished my probation, my alcoholism got really bad. I was constantly missing work, and they just had to deal with it. There's also a law in Canada that says that you cannot fire you cannot fire somebody due to a medical illness, and alcoholism is an illness. So but the thing is, you have to be seeking treatment. If you're an alcoholic who is seeking treatment, it is illegal for them to fire you. Because it would just be like if you had cancer and you were going to chemotherapy. They can't fire you for that. So I really put them through the ropes. But after a year of being sober, I was doing great at work. I had gotten like 3 raises in that time. I had won like 6 or 7 awards. And I said to them, hey, listen, this is way before Japan and way before Megumi and everything like that, right? But I said, listen, guys, now that I'm sober, I've decided that I'd really like to commit myself to this job, mainly because of the health insurance that they had. And I said, I'd really like to move up in the company. So teach me. And for the next 3 months, I basically did training in a bunch of different departments. I originally was working in the seasonal department, but then I started working in as a lot associate. I started working as a flooring associate. I started working as a paint associate. So I was really buffing up my resume, right? And after about 3 months, 4 months of getting all that training done, I was also driving the forklift regularly too, and having a forklift license is a freaking big deal, So I was doing really, really well. And I said, listen, I'd like to be a manager or a supervisor, right? Because the way that I went, it was sales associate and then department supervisor and then department manager, and then you'd get into like assistant manager, stuff like that. And they said, okay, let's do it. Let's get you on the training. So I started training, and what they did is they started to give me a lot of tasks that they wouldn't give normal people, right? I was now in charge of training the new associates. I was now in charge of doing the doing the clothes. I was in charge of a lot of things, with the expectation of, I'm doing this now, and in the future I will get a bonus. I'll get a raise, I'll get a promotion, I'll get that kind of stuff. So one day, this is about 6 months into the work, right? And I was doing a great job. I was doing a really good job, and I can say that from like the bottom of my heart. I truly was actively giving it my all, And about 6 months later, I went up to my boss and I said, hey, I have a ton of new responsibilities. I want a big raise. You know what I mean? Because I would get raises, but my raise would be like an extra 15 cents. Or if I was lucky, it would be like an extra 50 cents, But I said, listen, you're giving me all of these roles as a supervisor. I have to train all these people. And the thing is, you got to remember, when you train somebody, if they fuck up, it's your fault, you know? Yeah, it's 100% your fault. Actually, funny story, me and my friend Kev, Kev, if you're still there, you might laugh at this. We've been best friends for a very long time, but there was a period in our life where we drifted apart. Basically, like near the end of high school kind of thing, we drifted apart for a few years. And one of the main reasons why that happened was because my buddy was working at a store, and I said, hey, could you please give me a recommendation, and could you please get me a job here? And he said no. And I was like, why? I'm your best friend. He was like, well, I don't trust you to do that because it reflects back on me. So I was pissed, and we ended up not talking for a couple years. But oh my God, do I ever understand that now? Because when you're training somebody, if they make a mistake, the manager will say to them, oh, it's okay, you made a mistake, but it's because you weren't trained properly. And then they come to me, and they get mad at me for it, So there was a lot of pressure, and I wasn't getting paid for it at all. But Bex, if you've got something going on, I can take a quick break from this, and we can chat, if everything's okay. But basically, my boss said, listen, Kai, the reason that we're not giving you a raise is because basically we're training you for this new position. So as long as you hold on one sec, guys. As long as you do well in this position, we're going to give you the supervisor position. So I was like, okay, I'll trust you, And then about a year had passed. I had been doing this really tough work for a year at this point without any significant raise or anything like that. And finally, the supervisor position opened up. Finally. No, it's not about me. I just want to talk to you. It's not that serious. Okay, well, I'll take a quick break in 5 minutes, and we can chat. Yeah. I'll take a quick break in 5 minutes, and I'll send you a message. But basically what happened was the position opened up, right? And so I said to the bot, he said, hey, Kai, the position opened up. I'm like, perfect, give it to me. And they said, okay, well, you have to go through the interview process. And I'm like, what do you mean the interview process? The interview process has been all of the work that I've been doing over the last year. That's the interview process. What do you mean? And they're like, well, we have to formally put the position up, right? So other people have a shot at it. And I'm like, what do you mean other people have a shot at it? I thought that you were specifically training me to be a supervisor. And they're like, oh, we are. Just do the interview. So I'm like, okay, for God's sake, it's just a formality, right? They have to save face for the other employees. I was told by my boss not to tell people that I was training for that kind of thing. Whatever, right? They have to save face. So I go and I do the interview. I go and I do it perfectly. The only criticism I got for the interview was that I talked too much. And you know what? Talking too much in an interview is a good thing, And then 3 other people were interviewed. 3 people that I know were interviewed. And when the job came available, I walked into the break room, and there was a posting on the wall that said, let's congratulate blank for getting the new supervisor job. And I was as furious as I've ever been while I was sober. You know what I mean? I took the piece of paper off of the bulletin board, and I walked right into my boss's office, and I said, what is this? He said, oh, well, they did a better interview. They didn't talk as much, and we just thought that it was more suitable, And that was the moment that I kind of snapped. I told my boss, listen, I have to leave. And he said, why? And I'm like, because I'm incredibly angry and I'm incredibly hurt and I'm incredibly disappointed and I am not going to be a good employee today because I'm pissed off. And he said, okay, well, you know, whatever. We'll have to write you up. I'm like, whatever, write me up, you know? Because the thing is, with the write-ups, they disappear after 3 months. And as long as you don't get 3 write-ups in 3 months, you're fine. So as long as you get 2 write-ups every 3 months, no problem, you know? So I said, fine, write me up. And I went and I took the day off and I went and I talked to my doctor and I said, listen, I've had it mentally with this nonsense, you know? And that's when I decided to take a year off. That's when I told my work, hey, listen, I'm leaving for a month. I'll be back. I need some time to chill. And then when I got back from my month-long trip, I said to them very kindly that I'm leaving the company. I left the door open, you know, I didn't quit outright. I gave them 4 weeks notice. I did my job all the way up until the end. So I was told that I can come back, but I feel like if I go back, I'm just giving up on life. You know what I mean? I'm just going back to the same nonsense. And I just don't know if I can mentally do that, you know? But I digress. It's just frustrating. So if you work in retail, I'm not saying don't ever trust your managers, but if you ever hear that the reason why you're not getting a raise is because they're training you for a better position, do not believe that for a moment. Don't believe that for a moment. What you need is the raise. You don't need the promise of future riches. You need riches now, not in the future. So if I do decide to go back to that company, I will go back strictly as a part-timer. I'll go back strictly as a part-timer, and I will not dedicate my heart to it. I won't dedicate my life to it. I'll go back. I'll say, hey, listen, I'll work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, anytime. You know, I don't really have a social life other than on the internet. So put me to work on the weekend, but that's it, really. Going something similar at work right now, and I feel your story 100%. Thank you for sharing. Oh, Genuine Boy, thank you so much for speaking up. Yeah, that the thing is, like, the retail people, they are only caring about their bottom end, right? And that's fine. Like, that's fine. If I was running a business, my main concern would be my bottom end as well and maximizing profits. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's the way that they do it, you know? If you're going to promise somebody that you're going to give them a raise and you're going to give them a new position, mind you, this would be a position that would enable me to live on my own. It would enable... Oh, Phoenix! Sorry, Phoenix. I did see you. I'm so sorry. Phoenix, my friend. Hey, I'm so sorry. Yeah, the thing is, like, if, that raise would have helped me move out of having to live with somebody, you know? And the thing is, like, I live with somebody who's disabled, and I actively made that decision because I want to help. You know, I want to help. I genuinely want to help. I've said this a bunch of times on the channel, and I hate to sound like a big dweeb or whatever, but I'm Catholic, right? And my hero is Jesus. And I know that might sound super cliche, but I like to live my life every day with that in mind. So I love helping people. I love helping people because in my religion, we believe that charity is literally Jesus working through you, right? So I'm not going to talk anymore about religion or anything. I'm just trying to say that I genuinely do enjoy helping people. And living with somebody who's handicapped it gives me a lot of pleasure because there's a lot of things that he can't do that I can help him with, like getting medication, getting groceries, getting just helping him do whatever. It gives me a lot of pleasure. However, I've been doing this for years now, and while I do care about my roommate a lot, I don't think that the appreciation level is there anymore. I think it's become more of like a given of what I do instead of something nice that I'm doing. And I'd really just like to get out on my own now. And that raise would have let me, it wouldn't have let me buy a house. I'll never be able to afford a house. But what it would have let me done is it would have let me move out on my own. And it it just never came to fruition. So when I get back to Canada, I am gonna go back to work. Um, um, but I don't think that I'll be able to go back to work full time unless there's a very good position and um, they can work with my mental health. Because the thing is that the thing that I have to remember is um, just because I'm happy doesn't mean I'm not sick anymore. You know what I mean? Just because I'm happy doesn't mean I'm not depressed, which is something hard to think about. You know what I mean? Um, but I have to remember that there's a reason why I'm not working full time, and it's a health reason, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know. But I do promise that I will, work, and I will do that kind of stuff. Guys, give me 1 minute. I'm just gonna take. How long have I been streaming now? I don't have my stats up here. Where's the docs here? Stats. So, oh, for fuck's sake. I reset my OBS and I don't understand what's going on. Whatever. Guys, give me a moment. I'm going to be back. I have to message my friend real quick. And when we get back, I have got some pretty interesting stuff to talk to you guys about. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I want to make something, I want to make something very clear for you guys. Very clear. When it comes to me when it comes to me and my disability, 1000%, it's a part-time, not a part-time thing. It's not a long-term solution. It's not something that, I'm interested in just doing for the rest of my life. Hell no. Hell no. The thing is, what I have never done until I started coming to Japan is I never worked on myself. I never worked on my depression. I never worked on my anxiety. I kind of masked it. So, over the last year, I have made incredible strides with my mental health. Where's my controller? I've made incredible strides with my mental health, and I'm super, super proud of that. So, I do not plan on being on disability for a long time. However, what I do plan on doing is accessing a lot of the things that I can get for free with disability. Specifically counseling. A psychiatrist, stuff like that. Just because I have mental health problems, I'm not gonna let that put me down, right? But never in my life, except for when I was a child, did I go to therapy? Did I go to these things? There's, hey Jazz, hey, I'm so glad to see you. I never went to therapy and stuff like that. So, when I get back to Canada, I am going to start therapy. And another thing that I'm going to start is I'm going to get some sleeping tests done. There's a lot of things that I've just been neglecting. And coming to Japan has helped me break out of my shell. And it has really helped with my social anxiety a lot. And that's something that's great. A perfect example of a tangible thing that you can see that I've accomplished is my fear of heights. My fear of heights. If you guys, hey Aiden and Jazz, I'm so glad to see you guys. You know what, Aiden and Jazz, I actually have something special for you guys. When I was vlogging today, I spoke for about 5 minutes giving you, mainly Aiden just because he's more of a content creator, but I gave both of you a very nice shout out, and I mentioned you guys quite a few times in my vlog, and it's going to take a while for that vlog to go up. I believe that vlog goes up on like April 7th or something, but I just wanted to let you guys know there is a huge shout out coming towards you, and I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, back to what I was saying. A tangible thing that you can see that I've done is getting over my fear of heights. If you check out my very first vlog series here in Japan, you will see that I am mortified of heights. And right now I'm living on an 8-story building with a balcony, right? And I can actually go on the balcony now, you know? So by addressing my fears and facing them head on, it helped me, you know? So, I'm not going to be on disability forever. However, I think maybe a year of being on disability plus working part-time, you know? I think that'll be good, because what I could do is, if I do well at the job that I'm working part-time at, after that year is finished, I can, you know, work full-time, you know. So I just want to let you guys know, Bex, I know that you're concerned. I heard your message, but I think that I gave the wrong impression. Another thing, guys, that I would like to talk about, actually, it's a very serious subject, but I think that it's very important to talk about, is my thoughts on unaliving, you know? That's something that I've dealt with for a very long time. Many of you guys might know if you're a fan of the channel. I've actually had 5 attempts on my life where I was hospitalized and I was put on. In Canada, you're put on something called a Form 1, and a Form 1 basically is a legal binding thing that makes you stay at the hospital until you're evaluated, and so I've dealt with this, and now I'm happier than ever. I'm happier than ever. Honestly, my life couldn't be better. I have an incredible girlfriend. I have a great group of friends. I have an awesome little thing going on YouTube. I can be creative. I love it. However, I still have those thoughts. And it's one of those things where just because you're happy doesn't mean that you don't have depression, So I still have those thoughts, and it's really scary because I'll be standing out on my balcony, right? And I'll look down, at the ground. And the very first thing that my brain says is jump, And that's so terrifying for me. So, one of the reasons why, just like how I faced my fear of heights by doing it head on, that's why I'm making a video series in the famous Japan forest. I'm going there to face my own fears and to face my own morality and do that. And I'm hoping that when I come out of that, when I get out of that, I'm really hoping that I'll be better. I won't have those thoughts anymore. Because honestly, guys, there's no reason why I should have those thoughts. I'm incredibly happy. But these are things that I don't really talk about too much, but they scare me, because it's still in the back of my mind. I truly believe that the way that my life will end is by myself. I don't think that I'll die of cancer. I don't think that I'll die in my sleep. I don't think I'll die of old age. I think truly that it'll be me, and that's terrifying for me. So I need to get to the point where I don't think that, Kai, I was streaming all weekend. Oh, buddy, I'm so sorry. I have COVID right now. So for the last 2 days, I've been absolutely stuck in bed. And Aiden, I don't know what part of the country you're in, but I believe that I'm 14 hours ahead of you. So if you're streaming at let's say 6 p.m., it's 4 a.m. here, So there's been a bunch of streams that I haven't been able to catch. I love watching my buddy Wolf streams too. And I haven't been able to catch anybody's streams. But I promise when I get back to Canada, I will be more active in your guys' comments and stuff like that. Because I do enjoy your stuff. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it. Even Aiden, with your stuff being more geared towards kids and stuff, I still dig it. I love helping you do the voices. I was gonna send you that voice pack, but literally maybe 8 hours after I sent you that email, I got sick, so I couldn't do it. I will do it though. But yeah, I promise I will get around to seeing that. I was streaming around 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. would be 2 a.m. where I am. So I'm not intentionally missing streams, guys. I'm just busy. I'm just busy. This is only my second stream from Japan. And the only real reason that I'm streaming is because my girlfriend's not here. You guys have to understand too, I'm in the longest distance relationship ever. When I was in high school, yeah, 10 a.m. is 2 a.m. here. Yeah, because I'm 14 hours ahead of you. Yeah, I'm with my girlfriend here, and, we're in the longest distance relationship ever. I mean, my address at my home to her address here is 10,243 kilometers away. So, any time that I have time to spend with her while she's not working, that's what I'm doing. You know, we had an incredible night the other night where we went to arcades and we went bowling and did all of this amazing stuff. I didn't film any of it because I want to spend that time, doing that. So while I'm in Japan, I'm focused on content creation. But I promise when I get back to Canada, I will. I'll be watching. I'll be watching. Okay, so why is this? Okay, we need to get this Mankey pretty hefty because the Mankey is gonna help. The Mankey is gonna help with Brock, but now he's dead. Shoot! Look at all these Pokemon that I have. Level 2, level 4. My man, Wolf! So good to see you. Man, some of these Gen 1 Pokemon sprites are strange. I mean, this just looks like a rabbit, right? I'm thinking about making an episode called Aiden's Egg Hunt. Like an Easter episode? That would be good if you released it on Easter. Yeah, that would be cool if you released it on Easter, man. I have to travel like a good hour and a half to get to the church here in Tokyo for Sunday Mass, for Good Friday, and for Easter Sunday and Monday. Good Friday, Easter Sunday, and Easter Monday. I have to find there's only I think 2 Catholic churches in the entire city. And guys, I don't think you guys understand how big Tokyo is. Tokyo, the city, is the size of the state Delaware. Like the entire state. That's how big Tokyo is. So you can take a train for an hour and a half in Tokyo and still be in Tokyo. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So I'll be pretty busy on Easter with church obligations, but other than that, I'll definitely check it out, man. I'll definitely check it out. I love Easter egg hunts. Okay, so I need to look up a guide and see which route has like which Pokemon and stuff. Because there's several Pokemon that I want to get for the Pokemon Stadium stream. Electrode with Self-Destruct is one of them. I would have loved to have a Weezing with Self-Destruct as well. But, can't do it. Can't do it in this game. Alright. Oh, you know what they have here that's so good? They have, Doritos taco flavored chips. Not nacho cheese flavored, but taco flavored. And, oh good lord, they're good. Oh good gravy, they're good. What's this? I need to figure out what Pokemon I have and which ones I don't. Oh yeah. No, it's huge. It's ridiculous. Tokyo is the only city that I've seen that has cities inside of the city. So like right now I live in Toei City. But when I was here for the first time, I lived in Monado City, and then there's Taito City, and there's a bunch of different cities inside the city. It's crazy. It's beautiful though. It's beautiful. I never liked big cities until I came here. Yeah, I never liked big cities until I came to Tokyo. I'm a country guy. Like it doesn't seem like I would be a country boy. I certainly don't like country music. Actually, you know what? I don't mind country music if you're camping. I think that if you're camping, sitting around a bonfire, um, now keep in mind I've only gone camping once since I got sober. Um, but one of my favorite memories of camping was sitting around the fire listening to country music songs and just drinking, right? So I think that country has a spot, but I'm definitely not a country fan. I do like Brad Paisley though. I think that's his name, Brad Paisley. Um, okay, I'm gonna get rid of some of these trash Pokemon. Oh, this guy. Does he? No, he doesn't give me anything. Okay, I'm gonna have to definitely translate this. Brad Paisley is random, but he's good. Yeah, I know, eh? He's got this one, someone's computer, A's computer. Okay, so I think I go to the second one. Oh no, this isn't right. You seem like a metal guy. Yeah, I love metal. I grew up with metal. When I played drums for the first time, I learned metal and all that. I love metal. But as an adult, I could only listen to metal for so long. And by so long, I mean about 15 minutes. Because anything more than that, it's just too much for me. There's this really, there's this really cool band called Bloodywood. And they're like an Indian heavy metal band. And usually I can't stand Indian music. Indian music grinds through my ears. I can't stand it. I just find that a lot of Indian music sounds the exact same. And I guess you could say the same thing with country music. I mean, all music sounds like the music of that genre, right? So all music sounds the same. But yeah, I just can't get over it. I just can't get over it. But the Indian metal band, they're really unique. They have an Indian singer and they have a English singer, and they mix like Punjabi music with like heavy metal. It's really good. They're called Bloodywood. Very cool band. I think that like I'm done with concerts. I've been to quite literally hundreds of concerts. I've been a paid musician at 100 concerts, you know. To me, the idea of going to a concert is a chore, you know, and that might just be because I'm getting uh, older, you know. Um, but there isn't really a band that I would go see Guar again. I love the band Guar. They put on an incredible stage show, so I would go see them again. But there's no bands that I would really care to see anymore. I've seen so many incredible people. I've seen Paul McCartney, I've seen Ringo Starr, I've seen Nine Inch Nails multiple times, Slipknot probably 4 or 5 times. I've been to literally hundreds of concerts, and I'm over it, you know? So when even when I'm listening right now, I'm not listening to music. I'm listening to King of the Hill. I've got my computer here with I've got my computer here with King of the Hill playing. So I really don't like that. You know what's amazing though? There is this if you guys like The Simpsons, there is this creator on YouTube called Dankmus, Dankmus. If you guys know Dank Pods, it's one of his off channels. He makes like house trap music by remixing Simpsons quotes, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's basically been the only music that I've listened to over the last year. I've also been listening to like a lot of Weird Al Yankovic. I think Weird Al is just freaking hilarious. His cover of Lord's Royals and his aluminum foil, and his cover of like Happy. I really like Weird Al. But yeah, I don't really listen to music anymore. Oh, you know what? We found a Metapod. I think we'll try and catch this Metapod. I know it only knows Harden. Sometimes, though, you'll find a Metapod in the wild that has a poison needle, or so they usually don't have damaging attacks, but sometimes they do. So we're gonna try and catch one. Plus, I'm pretty sure that in this game, Metapod is pretty uncommon to find. There we go. There we go. This thing is 0.7 meters tall. Do you know how big that is? That means this thing is like this big. It weighs 20 pounds, yeah. You never realize how big these Pokemon are. Alright, I'm a heavy metal operatic fan. That's cool. There's not really any music, again, that I don't like. I think all music inherently has value, you know? Even dubstep. And dubstep is horrible, but it has its place, you know? Oh, I know what doesn't have a place. Have you guys ever heard Yoko Ono's music? Oh, sweet lord. I take back what I just said. Yoko Ono's music is absolutely the worst thing ever put out. Ever. My friend, so nice to hang out with you guys. So I'm learning quite a bit of Japanese, guys? Every day when I go to the store, I can ask the people how they're doing. Genki desu ka? Genki desu! Genki desu ka? I can always say thank you, but not just origato, right? You gotta go, arigato gozaimasu! Arigato gozaimashita! You know? I learned a new word today, which is tatame, which means like I'm home. Tatame. So I guess these Metapods aren't rare. I thought they were rare. Yeah, so I went into my favorite video game store today, Retro Game Camp, and they were so excited to see me because they all watch my videos, right? And I said, oh, I'm home. I'm back home, guys. And they said, oh, that's Tatame. I said, what? I said, that's what Tatame. You're home. I'm like, oh, thank you. Speaking of Retro Game Camp, you guys wanna know something pretty cool? I have written them basically a proposal, and I've been doing a couple tours. I've done 4 of them, and I've been doing a couple tours of Akihabara where I take people out video game shopping, right? And I make sure to go to Retro Game Camp like first because they have the best stuff, in my opinion, right? So the owner noticed this, and like the owner noticed it, right? So, what I'm going to do, I talked to the manager, and I have a proposal where I want to make a video that's completely dedicated to that store, you know what I mean? And what? Oh my god, look at that sprite. That's a terrifying sprite. Okay, so we're immediately gonna switch just so we can get the experience points. But yeah, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to make like a full kind of, not like I want to interview the owner. I want to do a thing on where he shows us the rarest things that he has, because you know a video game store like that has some stuff behind the counter that they're not showing, you know, for sure, 100%, you know. So it would be very cool to interview the owner, maybe get some info on that. And also I want to, and now this probably that's really cool, do a dedicated video on them. Yeah, absolutely. But, and you know what, the staff there are really nice, and I asked like 2 of the girls and 1 of the guys who work there, I said, if I did a video, would you guys be willing to like do an interview with me? And they said, oh, we'd love to do that, so I think that I could make a great video out of it. Holy shit, this is rare, and I just lost my last ball. Damn it, I've encountered this has like a 5% drop rate. You know what? I'm gonna switch out Pikachu. Yeah, but the other proposal I have for them is I want to volunteer there for a day, or 2 days, or a week, you know? I want to volunteer. I don't want any money out of it, so they don't need to worry about, any legal problems with like hiring a foreigner kind of thing. And I want to volunteer there, and then I could make a video about I got a job at a Japanese game store, you know what I mean? I think that would be really cool, and it would be a cool experience just to be able to say, hey, I worked in a Japanese game store in Akihabara, you know? Even if it was only for 1 day, there's a lot of dreams that I have that I would love to cross off the list. I've talked about how I want to be a professional wrestler. However, I only want to wrestle 1 match. You know what I mean? I want to train, I want to learn how to do it, and I want to perform at least once in my life. And if I can just do that, I definitely don't need to win the match. I can literally just get beaten up, properly, you know? But as long as I'm doing something entertaining and I'm actually in a wrestling ring, then my dream is fulfilled, right? So I think that it would be very cool. I think it would be very cool to be able to work in a place like that, even if it was just for a day. And let's say all I did was just say hello to all the people that come in, because 80% of the people that go into the video game stores in Akihabara are tourists, right? They mostly speak English. So I think that'd be very cool. I think that'd be very, 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 very cool. But who knows? I think getting the interview and the stuff, that'll probably happen, because I mean, what business owner wouldn't want free advertisement like that, right? I mean, I'm not a huge channel by any means, but free advertisement's free advertisement, you know? And the only thing they would need to do is open the store an hour, or not an hour early, they'd let me come in an hour early, or I'd come in like an hour after they close, kind of thing. It wouldn't cost them anything, and it would be a good opportunity. So I bet you that the interview will happen. I don't know if the volunteering will happen, but it's something that I'm gonna offer, you know? Another thing that's very cool, I talked about this in a recent vlog, but that vlog's not going to be up for like a month. I'm planning when I get home like a 7-day outdoor adventure. Basically, in Ontario where I live, there is this thing called the Bruce Trail, and the Bruce Trail is a huge, huge walking trail. It's like 300 or 400 kilometers long. It's huge, um, and it just happens to go right through my town. So I can just jump on my bike and drive in one of the directions, right? So what I'm planning on doing is, well, that's what I'm planning on doing. However, it's going to be like a 7-day trip, and it's going to be basically a bring what you can, catch what you eat kind of trip. So I'm going to be bringing my fishing rod, and I'm going to be bringing that, so hopefully I'll be able to catch dinner along the way. But I am allowed to bring as much food as I can bring, you know? Keep in mind, there's no way I could bring a 7-day supply. There's no way. So I will have to catch food while I'm out. I think that'd be a very cool video, and it's something that I enjoy anyway, so I would love to do that. What I'm trying to get at is there's a camping food company that sells like freeze-dried camping food, and I've emailed them basically begging them to sponsor me, and hopefully I'll get a sponsorship out of that. And again, I'm not asking for any money from them. I'm just asking for product. So realistically, a company has zero to lose. Like a billion-dollar company has zero to lose by sending me $100 worth of their own product, you know? So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Another thing that I'm going to do when I get back to Canada is I'm really going to try a lot harder with my photography. I have business cards, and I can't believe that I haven't gone to every single store in my town and offered them product photography, you know? Oh, speaking of product photography, I have to remember to get a light box tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm gonna be going hard. Oh, another thing that I want to let you guys know too is I'm gonna start doing thumbnails for other people. So if anybody needs thumbnails done, if you like the work that I do on my channel with my thumbnails, reach out to me and we can arrange something. I'm gonna go on Fiverr, and I'm gonna start offering thumbnail design, logo design. Well, probably not logo design, but thumbnail design. And I'm also going to be offering my voice acting as a paid gig. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I have coming up that I'm excited about. Okay, you know what? Oh, guys, you want to see something funny? I was at the store, just the convenience store. Where is the bag? I was just at the convenience store a few, maybe like an hour ago. And, when I was checking out, they had this movie for $5, and I had to buy it. I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold on, let me get a better light. I'll switch my blue light. Okay. So, I don't know if you can see this, but it's basically a horror movie about Bigfoot. It even has that famous picture of him. But this movie is called Boggy Creek, The Legend is True. It looks ridiculous. It looks so silly. So, it was only $4, so I picked that up. So, what I'm gonna do... Oh god, it's bright. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break, and then I'm going to put on the Bob's Burgers movie. I'm gonna watch that in the background, and then when that movie is finished, I'll probably get going. Just because like right now it's 1:40 a.m. here. It's 1:40 a.m. here, and I don't want to be up way too late. I mean, however, I have COVID, so I can't really go out and do much, so it doesn't really matter if I. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch Bob's Burgers. If you guys want to watch this on stream, I don't know if that's legal. Is it legal for me to like put this on stream and commentate over it? Because I know like fair use, as long as I'm doing commentary or as long as like I'm adding to the video, then it's fair use. But I don't know if you can just watch a movie on stream with people. It doesn't look like it's it looks like an. I'm pretty sure that it's an independent movie. I mean, it's on DVD. It's not even on Blu-ray. It's on DVD. So I think that it's probably an independent release. Either way, guys, I will be right back. I'm just gonna take a quick 2-minute break and stretch. Alright, guys, I am back. I'm back. Put my sweater on. I got my stress fetus here. Alright. So, let's begin. My friends. Okay. Don't risk it. Don't risk what, Aiden? I forgot what I was talking about before. Don't risk. Oh, don't risk the watching the movie. Yeah, you're right. I won't risk it. You know what I'll do though? If I'll watch the movie, and if it's really funny, I'll make a commentary video about it. Yeah, so when I do get back to Canada, I want to let you guys know, I'm going to be doing a lot more commentary videos. I've had a lot of fun making my Doomsday Prepper videos, and I actually have 2 more that are filmed. Everything's filmed for it. All of the cuts are made for it. I just haven't edited it yet. Yeah. So I am going to be doing a lot more commentary stuff, because there's a lot of funny shows out there. There's a lot of, you know what, I feel bad because I'd like to do a lot of the Spike TV shows, but one of my favorite creators, Chris James, he's already done a lot of the things, so I want to find a show that, not many people cover. I was thinking maybe Hunting Bigfoot. Hunting Bigfoot was like a show that went on for like 11 seasons, and I don't see that many people talking about it. So I might start doing a commentary thing about that. Another one that's hilarious is Ghost Adventures, but that already has like a lot of people talking about it. The problem is, like, Bex was very insightful to me. You know, she said just because somebody's done something doesn't mean you can't do it. Which is very true, but I don't want to, like, let's say I'm reviewing an episode of Ghost Hunters. I don't want to review an episode that's already been reviewed, right? So, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. But I'm really excited for that adventure. That adventure is going to be very cool, you know? 7 days completely alone in the woods. Yeah, 7 days all alone, completely in the woods. I don't even know if I should bring my bike, right? Because the distance that I travel is arbitrary. You know, it's an arbitrary distance. The video's not necessarily about how far can I travel in 7 days. It's about just surviving out in the wild for 7 days. Bob's Burgers was in a Family Guy episode. Oh, yeah, for sure. He's like in the back of the plane. You know what, though? Bob's Burgers, they're all different shows. They're all different shows. I love Bob's Burgers, though, because I see myself very much like Bob. Because, like, I don't know if I've mentioned that. I'm probably certain that I've mentioned this, but my biggest dream is to be a dad and to have a family, you know? And I really think that if I was a dad, I would be very much like Bob. I think out of all of the cartoon dads, I would be the most like Bob. On the other hand, I would probably be very similar to Stan Smith as well. Ty, do you know Metallica? Oh yeah, of course I know Metallica. I've seen Metallica probably 6 or 7 times. Metallica, yeah, absolutely. You know what though? I was never really a huge fan of Metallica. Even seeing them live, they're really good live, but I've just never really been a fan of Metallica. I've seen a lot of those like 80s heavy metal bands like Megadeth, Metallica. My favorite of the 80s metal bands would be like Iron Maiden. If you ever have the opportunity to go see Iron Maiden live, now I mean Bruce Dickinson has to be about 12,000 years old now, But when I saw him, he was like in his 60s, and he was still like running around the stage like crazy. Iron Maiden's a great. I've seen Motley Crue before. I've seen, honestly, guys, I've seen, because I grew up as a musician. My parents were in a band for the longest time. I've seen very many bands. Now look at Cloud with my rope. Did they really? Metallica collaborated with Roblox? Cool, man. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Okay, we'll switch over to some of these. You know what? The only two that I really need are Mankey and... Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the rest of them. The only ones that I really need to focus on is Mankey. Specifically until the point where we get like a fighting move. Man, I haven't played a Pokemon game in a long time. I haven't played a Gen 1 Pokemon game probably since I was your age, Aiden. The sprites are wild. The sprites are pretty wild. There we go. Oh, he's got 3. So, my friends, I hope everyone is doing well. If there's anything I can ever do for you guys, please let me know. I would love to help out. I'd love to be there if you guys need anything. So just let me know. Oh man, this is a nice little setup that I've got going on. I don't know if you guys saw my the post that I put up on YouTube, but I've got a pretty cool setup right now. And now that my girlfriend's not here, I can really bachelor out, you know? I don't need to worry about the dishes in the sink. You know what's astonishing? Me and Megumi haven't had a single argument or even a single moment of frustration or anything like that. It's so weird. It's probably not weird because that's probably what people that care about each other do, but I've never been in a relationship like that. We've been dating now for August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. We've been dating for 8 months now, and we've had literally one miscommunication. One. And it was a big deal, but it wasn't a big deal. It was and wasn't a big deal at all. It was immediately resolved without any problem. Yeah. I hope that everybody out there can find their one. They are out there though. They are out there. They might be on the other side of the world, but they're out there. Alright. Aiden, what's your, like, do you like Metallica? Do you like heavy metal, Aiden? You don't come across as somebody who would listen to, like, heavy metal. You know it's a really good band that, I haven't really heard of in a very long time is Cradle of Filth. I don't know if Cradle of Filth is still active, but they're a very good band. They're like a British death metal band. Very cool. Very gothic. Okay. So now, when did I... Shoot. Shoot. I stepped out of like heavy metal and rock. Oh, okay, cool. I listened to it because of him. That's very cool, man. That's a great way to remember you know? Music is one of those things that can really bring you back to a certain time, you know? So, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I feel the same way with Fleetwood Mac with my mom, because that's the band that my mom was in. Not the real Fleetwood Mac. They were in a tribute to Fleetwood Mac. But my mom sang Stevie Nicks, and she sounded exactly like Stevie Nicks, like exactly like her. So whenever Stevie Nicks comes on, specifically the song Landslide, because whenever my mom would sing Landslide live, she would always dedicate it to me, and that was really sweet. So I cannot hear the song Landslide without immediately bursting into tears. Okay, so let's get rid of these extra Pokemon here. Okay. So, we should do this. Oh, there we go. Put him away. Does Fleetwood Mac have an album called Rumors? Yeah, absolutely. One of their most famous albums was named Rumors. Trust me, you know a ton of Fleetwood Mac songs without even knowing it. Go Your Own Way, Rihanna, Edge of 17, Big Love. There's so many. They must have had 20 or 30 #1 hits. They were huge. They still are huge. I mean, I don't believe Stevie Nicks has passed away yet. I think she's still alive. But yeah, when my parents were in that band, my mom was a singer, and my dad was a drummer, and they played shows all over the world. I got to grow up with them, playing shows mostly in the fuck's sake, mostly in the United States, but they played all around the world. And from a young age, I was always going to their concerts, being backstage and stuff. It was very cool. It was very cool. Okay, so we're gonna get to Brock. Yeah, they've got great music. My favorite Fleetwood Mac song is probably Rhiannon. Rhiannon rings like a bell through the night. Yeah, that's probably my favorite one. But there's so many. There's so many. If you listen to like a greatest hits album from Fleetwood Mac, um every song on it's a banger. Oh wait, there was one song by Fleetwood Mac that I absolutely hated. What was it? It was oh, World's Turning. World's Turning. I hate that song. Okay. Why isn't Mankey going out first? Oh, he's dead. Shoot. Okay. Okay, I need to get back, and I need to... Actually, if I go through here... Look at Metapod. Yeah, so guys, I got some really cool kaiju games for the Super Famicom. I got like 3 Ultraman games. I got a Godzilla game. I got a SD Gundam battle game. I've got some pretty cool stuff to stream coming up soon. We've got some good stuff coming up soon. You know what? I'm getting hungry. When was the last time I ate? I probably ate around 9 p.m. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some food. I'm gonna have to make some food. Hey guys, you'll be super proud of me. I haven't relapsed once with my eating disorder since I've been here. Not once have I overeaten. I haven't ordered 6 steaks this time, you know. When I go to yakiniku, I order like my plate and that's it. I don't order seconds. I don't do stuff like that. I'm really, really, really proud of myself because the last time I came here, guys, I gained 22 pounds. 22 pounds in in 3 months. 22 pounds. That's like 7 pounds a month. That's crazy. You know, yeah, that was nuts. So I haven't gained any weight since I've been here so far, and that is awesome. If your computer's laggy, maybe try closing some of the programs you got going on. Okay. The thing that's nice about this version of the game is that you can get Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. So it'll be good to have, you know, Blastoise, Charizard, and Bulbasaur on our team. Oh, there we go. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, he's only got one. That's okay. Oh, I got some Gachapon, and I know this was pretty stupid, but here it is. I went back to when I got that super rare gold-plated Gachapon. This isn't that. When I got that gold-plated Gachapon, I was like, maybe I can get another one. I very much doubt I will, but we'll be opening that on a future What's in My Bag episode. I've been playing that Famicom game you let me at work, the Metal Band one. Oh, I love that game. I actually found a boxed version of that game for $40. I didn't buy it, but it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Yeah, that game is fun. It's a little bit complicated. Like once you get like with all of the things that you have to go down, you have to remember, you know, where everything leads. But I find as long as you just go left to right in those holes and stuff, you'll be fine. But I really like that game too. However, I have not gotten past the 3rd level. The 1st level is like in a forest, the 2nd level is in heaven, and the 3rd level is in like a... I think it's in... The jumping... Yeah, the jumping is weird. The jumping is definitely weird. It's a very early Famicom game. I think it's like a 1985 release or a 1986 release. It's pretty early for a Famicom game. It's fun though. It's fun. I like it. Okay. Yeah, I really like that game. It's pretty cool. It's got a unique plot line, you know. You're trying to save your band members so you can resurrect Satan. It's pretty crazy. I have found some very strange Famicom games since I've been here. Very strange. I managed to find the 3rd Takeshi game. There's one more that I need. And luckily it's in a very unique cartridge. It's in a white cartridge. So, and it's in a white large cartridge. So it's quite easy to spot. However, the white cartridges are all family trainer cartridges. So it's kind of tough. It's not that bad though. Okay, so we're at Brock. We're gonna fight Brock. Hopefully, I doubt we have enough power. I seem to remember Brock being like the hardest gym leader in general, just because you're so underpowered by the time you use it, and Pikachu is like useless in these fights. Pikachu is useless in these because they're all immune to Pikachu's attacks. Have you played much of Mario RPG? To be honest with you, buddy, no, I haven't. You know what? I haven't been playing video games in general that much. HP Shredder! My man! Wow, what a freaking surprise! My man! So nice to see you, buddy. So nice to see you. I just wanted to swing by. I never played Gen 1 myself, but I love Gen 2. That's awesome, dude. After I finish Pokemon Yellow, I'm going to be doing Pokemon Silver. So I hope that you join for that. How are you, man? I really enjoyed your last video. Your videos are awesome. Guys in the chat, go check out HP Shredder, HPR Shredder. He, especially Bex, you know, we were just talking about the Famicom. We were talking about Sekima 2. HP Shredder does amazing content on the Famicom. Really good stuff. I can't wait until you do the Hitler no Fukatsu, or the Bionic Commando video. I'm really looking forward to that. I hope you're well, man. Thank you so much for stopping by my stream. Yeah, see, now I'm screwed because Pikachu can't do shit. Pikachu can't do... Oh! Oh! Okay. I learned one. I've subscribed for a few months now. I like his video. Oh, awesome! Awesome! I'm very glad about that. I'm very glad to hear that. Yeah, that's awesome. So, I'm gonna go back and heal. So it does look like Pikachu has an attack that will hit, which is good. Because usually if you don't level up Pikachu enough, it's just completely useless. Is he mad at me still? Oh, he's happy. He's happy. Okay. My friends. I'm doing good. Glad you liked the last video. Bionic Commando's coming, but probably not this year. Stoked though. That's okay, man. That's okay. I'm not unsubscribing anytime soon, so you take your time. But yeah, you make great videos, man. You make great videos. When I found your channel, buddy, actually helped get me into collecting for the Famicom. Because when I actually didn't intend to start collecting for the Famicom. When I came to Japan for the very first time, I was in a video game store and I saw Takeshi's Challenge. And I knew how, like, internet famous Takeshi's Challenge was. So I picked it up just as like an item to have. You know what I mean? I didn't really have any intention of playing it. And then when I bought Takeshi's Challenge, I actually also bought a boxed copy of King Kong 2. And I knew about Takeshi's Challenge because I saw like the JonTron video and I saw like other videos about it, right? But I didn't know anything about King Kong 2, and I bought it just because it was there. It was a reasonable price. I think I got it for like 15 Canadian dollars, complete in box, and I was like, you know what? I'll pick this up as well because it looks kind of cool. It was made by Konami. It looked kind of cool. So when I got home, I put it into YouTube, and I was like, King Kong 2, I want to see what this game is about. And then I saw your video. I saw that you made like an actual long form content video about it. And I watched it and I dug it so much, and that video got me. I was like, you know what? I've got these two games. I'm gonna go out and buy. I bought this thing called like an 8-bit Pocket Boy, which is like a portable famicom, and it was all because of your channel, and I really appreciate it. And your video on like Dragon Buster, same kind of thing. I saw your video and I was like, you know what? I want to go check this out. Um, so yeah, you've had quite. You might not know it, but you've actually had a huge influence on my Famicom collection. And now my Famicom collection has, I think, 96 games in it. So thank you. You know, I really, really, really appreciate that. And when I found your channel, you had like, I think you had like, I think maybe like 1,300 subscribers, 13 or 1,400 subscribers. And now you're doing amazing. What I haven't checked your subscribers lately. I usually don't check subscribers. I don't really care. But I've seen that since I saw you for the first time compared to now, I think you've gained like several thousand subscribers, and good for you. You deserve that. That's a sick story. Thanks for sharing. I can't believe King Kong 2 video actually reached someone. Oh, no, it did. It did. It reached somebody in like a big way. In like a big, big way. You know? I really liked it. I like it. I like the way that you, I like the way that you present your videos. You seem like a very chill, calm guy, you know? And it's kind of like the opposite of me. Like, I want to be like energetic and everything like that. And yeah, he has over 4K subs. Yeah, he deserves over 4K subs. He deserves a hell of a lot more subs than that. If Aiden, if you check out some of his videos, incredibly well produced, incredibly well spoken, lots of really good information in it, you know. Same thing with the Goemon, you know. The Goemon video was great, you know. I'm really sad that I didn't win that analog pocket, though. I was like, if I'm ever going to win a YouTube giveaway, this will be it. That's alright, though. That's totally okay. You know what, HP? I've been adding to my Famicom list because of his videos. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. HP, I don't know if you would ever be interested in this, but now that I actually have, like, evidence of it, what I've been doing, or what I've been trying to do is, I've just been trying to send little gift packages to my, either YouTubers that I admire, or YouTubers that I'd like to work with. And, about a month ago, I sent, like, a big gift package to a YouTuber called Retro Car Collector, and he opened it up on his channel, and it was awesome. I would love to be able to send you like a little box and stuff. And I know that your channel doesn't revolve around unboxings and stuff, but I would love to. I'd love to send you something. If you know what you should do, you should get a PO box. I'm thinking about getting a PO box myself, but I'm not in any way a big enough creator to do that. You know, I only have a couple Patreon subscribers, which is amazing. My Patreon subscribers have allowed me to upgrade my video quality to 4K, which is amazing. But I highly doubt that if I were to do that, I would have any traction, at least right now. But, yeah, whatever you're doing, man, keep it up. Keep it up. What's the next video that you've got on the list that's coming up, like the next biography video? No, I don't want to do that. No, not rap. God damn it. I have to listen to this for like 5 minutes. I really, really appreciate your support, Bex. I really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I don't think a lot of people realize how far, um, like a single patron can go, you know? I was thinking about getting a app, but spinning off, but I'll get one to let you know. I've been super busy lately because I had a kid. That's amazing! For the disc system. I am so excited for that, bro, but let's talk about that kid. That is amazing. Congratulations, dude. My biggest dream in life is to be a father. And congratulations, man. That is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, that's incredible, man. Good for you. I hope that everybody is safe. I hope that they go on to live a wonderful life. That is awesome. Yeah. That's amazing, man. I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words. That's so cool. It is so cool to see. Like I would consider you a like a YouTube friend, right? Which is really cool because I started watching you like as a big fan, and it's cool that you stop by my streams. That's incredibly heartwarming for me, when somebody that you watches your own stuff. That's super super cool. Um, but yeah, that's incredible being a dad. Like, good for you, man. Good for you. Is it a boy or a girl? I want to have a boy so bad, but then I want to have a girl so bad. Like, it's one of those things where, like, there's no better option, you know? When I eventually have a kid, what is TM34? I think TM34 is, it's not cut, is it? Oh, you know what? It's probably rap. Let me see what this oh, it doesn't tell me. I'll have to look that up. Okay, so we got our first badge. We got our first badge. So, um, we should be... Oh, thank God. I thought it glitched out there. Okay, so now we can go this way. Let's figure out what else we can do here. It's a boy. I expected a girl and want one too eventually if I can. Very cool. Very cool, man. In my ideal perfect world, I would have a boy, and then 2 years later, specifically 2 years later, I would have a girl, and then maybe 4 years. See, for me, I want to have 4 kids. That's what I would like. I would like to have 4 kids. I would like to have a boy first, and then um, and then a girl 2 years later, specifically for the reason of growing up through school, having an older brother protect you when you get into grade 9, stuff like that. My sister I have one sister, and her birthday is a day after my birthday, 2 years earlier. 2 years later, I mean. So she's exactly, basically 2 years younger than I am. And I was able to protect her all the way through high school, all the way through elementary school, stuff like that. So in my perfect world, I would have a boy, and then 2 years later, I would have a girl, and then 4 years after that, I would have 2 kids in 1 year. In a perfect world. However, I would be completely content with just having one, you know? Because the thing is, I've lived through so much. You know, I've been Oh, you have a sister too. Very cool. The thing is, I've lived through so many things. I've beaten addiction. I've beaten cancer. I have I think I'm very street smart. I'm also very book smart too. I've been to college 3 times. I've studied law. Like, I'm a smart person. And I just think that I would be a really good dad because I think that I could relate very much to children. Not to children, my own kid. That's what I'm trying to say. I think that if my kid was getting bullied, I could definitely help him with that because I was relentlessly bullied when I was young. Oh, I don't want to go into this stupid museum. Yeah, I was bullied relentlessly when I was young. Um, so I could deal with that. When my kid eventually tries drugs for the first time, I would be there to be able to advise them on how to be safe and be responsible and stuff like that. Um, just things in general. Like, I've lived through so many things that I think that I would be a very good teacher, you know? I think I'd be a very good teacher. Yeah, congratulations, man. Congratulations. Hey, HP, I don't know if you know about this game. You probably do because of the Famicom connection and stuff. But there is this game. It came out on the disk system. I believe Wavejack. Wavejack. I think there's a company called Wavejack. I could be wrong by the name, but they release their games in like these big thick boxes, and they usually have like a little book or a cassette that comes with it. Um, there is this one game. I'm forgetting just right now off the top of my head the name of it, but it was supposed to be um, I'm gonna go do some chores, but I hope you feel better soon, buddy. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by, Bex. I really, 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 really appreciate you. I will hopefully feel better soon. I've had this for now for 3 days, so I'm hoping that within the next week it'll be gone. Um, yeah, they came in these Wavejack boxes, and there was this one game that it was supposed to be like this epic space opera with like different animes and different movies and books and all of these things all coming into one uh, video game kind of thing. And the video game completely flopped, you know, but the lore, there's so much lore to it. It's astonishing. I don't know what the name of the game is. I'll try and figure it out, and then what I'll do is I'll find your most recent video and I'll comment on it. But I think that would be, um, I think that would be a cool story because of how much work they put into this huge project, and then it just absolutely bombed, you know? Uh-oh, something's buzzing. What the hell was that? Oh. What the hell just buzzed? Oh, guess what I have in my pocket? I've been put in... Oh, is it awake now? I've been put in charge of taking care of Megumi's... Is it alive? Uh-oh, I think there's poo there. I've been put in charge of taking care of Megumi's Tamagotchi while she's away. I haven't heard of those, but I'll check it out. You've never heard of Wavejack games? I think they're called Wavejack, but they came in huge boxes. Like, the box was like the size of like a VHS tape. And yeah, the games usually came with like a full novel and the game and a cassette that was like a book on tape kind of thing. So you would play the cassette as you played the game kind of thing. It was supposed to be like this big multimedia thing where in order to play the game you would have to read the book and you'd have to listen to the audio tape. And I think because of just how complicated it was, it just never took off. Um, I'll figure it out though, because I watched a video on it like a day ago or 2 days ago. So I'll just take a look through my YouTube watch history. But it just that is one specific game, but Wavejack, you know what? The entire company of Wavejack, I'm almost certain that that's what the company is called, but that entire company, that would be a cool video to do on as well, you know? Not necessarily specifically, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I can't stand it when people tell me, oh, do a video on this. It's like, listen, okay? This is my channel. I'll do a video on what I want to do. But it might be an interesting topic to do a rundown on the company, because they were just super, super unique. I'm thinking I might get a disc system. The only problem with disc systems is you can find them in Japan for $50 if you want to repair them. But if you find one that's like been, you know, refurbished and everything, because the motor belts, they're all made of plastic, right? So they all fall apart pretty damn easily. And now that the system is 40 years old, yeah, they're falling apart. So finding a working disc system, you're looking at spending like $150 on it. I complain all the time about what she would order. That's way too much food. Way too much food. What are you talking about? What's way too much food? Who would order? Very confused. I'm very confused. Okay. Alright, we got 1 health. So, yeah, there's some amazing stuff down here. Oh, and by the way, HP, I have noticed that buying Famicom games on like eBay and like Macari and like places like that, they're always like literally 5 or 6 times as much as what they are down here. If there's anything that you're looking for, let me know, you know? Oh, Sack! HP Shredder sent me. Oh, HP, you know, appreciate you guys. Hey, Sack, what's going on? My name's Kai. Welcome to my channel. I really appreciate you stopping by. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. Yeah, I love to, right now I'm making a vlogging series in Japan. I usually stream, you know, 5 or 6 times a week, but now that I'm doing content creation in Japan, I don't have that much time to stream, but I'm glad that I'm doing it now, and I'm really glad to meet you. Thank you so much for stopping by. HP, if you're still here, what I was saying is, I leave my email in all of my descriptions and everything like that, but I will give it to Phoenix. I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Shredder, if there's anything that you're looking for Famicom-wise, let me know, because there's a very, very, very good chance that I could pick it up for you, for substantially cheaper. Like, for example, King Kong 2, on price charting, the complete edition of the box is worth like $60 to $80. I know that you put yours on eBay the other day. I wonder what it sold for. It probably sold for, you know, close to, what, 80 bucks, 80, 90 bucks? That's a $6 game here, you know? Even today, I showed this on stream. I picked up the Beast Wars game for the Nintendo 64 in the box for 30 bucks, and it's worth over $100. So if there's anything that I can get you, I can't imagine that it would cost very much to ship you a Famicom game. You know what I mean? So if there's anything out there, let me know. Yeah, of course, I can't wait to check out your videos. Buddy, thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate it. You know, I'm a small content creator, but I really try my best to put a lot of love into my videos. And I also, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I was very, very close to not living anymore. And today, I'm really proud to say that I'm 896 days sober today. Hey Siri, how many days has it been since October 5th, 2021? 895 days ago. So, I use my content to kind of encourage people that you can have a ton of fun in life without being intoxicated and stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not against people drinking. I'm not even against people doing drugs. The only thing I say is you know, be safe about it and be with people that are responsible. But what I try to do on my channel is I try to show people that, you know, there is life after bad things happen. You know, just because you're at a low point in your life right now doesn't mean you'll be in a low point forever. So I try to be like a super positive person, and I'm always there for people. You'll notice that I leave all of my info in all of my descriptions. If there's anybody, and even anybody here who's listening, anybody who might be watching a replay of this, if I can ever help you with anything, please reach out to me. I would love to be able to help. Currently, I'm volunteering with 36 different people that I message on a weekly basis and check up on them and make sure that they're doing okay. So, if there's anything I can do when it comes to mental health, when it comes to addiction, I'm here to help, you know? I love finding new content creators, especially when they're kind like you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I try to do a whole bunch of stuff on my channel. I upload shorts every day. I try to make my shorts sound like funny. I try to make them good. Excuse my voice right now. I have coronavirus, which absolutely sucks. Talking for hours does not help either. That's okay though. But yeah, check out my channel. I upload a new Japan vlog every Sunday. I upload video game hunting. I upload lots of stuff like that. I never drink because of my medicine, but medical marijuana has helped my physical disabilities. Hey, you know what? That's great to hear. That's great to hear. I think I live in Canada, right? So medical cannabis is a very regular thing. I personally use CBD myself to help with my anxiety and with my sleeping. So I totally get that. You know, like that's cool. I actually am a cancer survivor, and I instead of using prescriptions, I used medical marijuana during my cancer. So I hear you. Zach, thank you so much. You know, I really appreciate you stopping by. It was so nice to meet you too. I'll see you later, and I hope to see you in my streams and in my comments. Bye. The Uber Eats I have to give to my physical disability victim. How's it tasting right now? Phoenix, I'm very confused at what you're talking about. You ordered Uber Eats for your physically disabled victim? I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not trying to be rude. I just don't get it. Maybe I'm just not hip. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. And now what I'm with isn't it. And what is it seems weird and confusing to me. It'll happen to you. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. Hey, Aiden. I'm so glad to see you, buddy. Oh no, my Mankey is dead. It means I take care of an extreme overweight person. Phoenix, you and your what's up with you and overweight people? Why is it every time that we talk, there's always some reference to overweight people? I'm so glad it helped you too. Thank you, Zach. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Phoenix, what's your deal with overweight people? You know that being overweight is like, it's not like, oh no, did I just give up my electric shock attack? Oh no. Shoot. I think it's funny. Well, I mean, that's, like, if you think it's funny, like, that's, like, okay. But, like, maybe making fun of fat people in public is not something that you should do. Because it's just not a good look. It's not a good look. Because there's a lot of fat people out there that are really nice people, you know? And now, keep in mind, the people that are on TLC, you know, all of the people that are on, like, my 600-pound life and stuff, these people are sick. Okay? These people are really sick people, you know? And you shouldn't laugh at sick people. When you see these people on TLC making a complete ass of themselves, like, there's two fat people that I think that universally it's acceptable to laugh at, and that's Tammy and Amy from that 600-pound sisters thing, you know? I think that they're, like, the only ones, you know? But it's definitely not something that I'm going to support, and it's definitely not something that I'm going to be laughing at, you know? I don't think it's funny. I'm sure that you have I'm sure that you are a funny person, you know? I don't think that you have to rely on making fun of fat people, you know? I think that you have funniness in you where you can be funny without putting people down, you know? It's not a hard thing. If you're actually a funny person, it's not hard to be funny without making fun of people. I really think you should give it a try. Yeah, I think you should give it a try. You know, think of your own jokes. Think of your own jokes. Who knows? You might gain a ton of weight one day. And then you might have problems with your knees or your back or your bowels or anything like that, you know? It's the same thing. You know what else I can't stand? I can't stand, like, you'll see this all the time. You'll see videos on Facebook or YouTube, and it'll show, like, a drug addict, and they're, like, completely tweaking in public. Like, they're completely, like, freaking out in public and going, like, crazy and stuff. That's not funny. Like, those people are incredibly sick, you know? And I think that laughing at, like, somebody who's clearly going through, like, an overdose of some kind, you know, there's so many people that post these videos of, like, oh, look at this crazy crackhead. And it's like, look, this person is incredibly sick, and you're laughing at somebody who's sick. You wouldn't laugh at a cancer patient. And you wouldn't laugh at, like, a diabetic for losing their legs. I mean, it, I don't know. It's just not funny. Don't make fun of people's physical disabilities. You're allowed to have your own opinions on it, you know? But just because you're allowed to have your own opinions on it doesn't mean that you need to share them with everyone. That's enough, though. That's a PSA over. I'm gonna stop talking about that. Um, so, guys, I'm still sick, but I've got a lot of stuff coming up. I'm going to a really beautiful museum. It's called Team Lab, and it's very, very cool. It's incredibly trippy. It's like a visual. It's like a visual. It's a very visual experience. It's like a museum where you can touch things. There's actually a room in there that's like the size of a gymnasium, and the entire room is flooded with water, and the water goes like above your knees. So you have to wear, yeah, you either have to pull your pants way up, or you have to, wear shorts. But it's just so cool. It's just so cool. And what's really cool about it is there's an exhibit going on from March until May, and then a new exhibit starts in May, which means that while I'm here, I'll be able to go to 2 different exhibits, which is very cool. They will make good videos, good content. I also decided to be homeless for a night. I'm going to be walking from Tokyo to Yokohama, which is a city that's pretty close to Tokyo, but it's still far enough to be its own city. And I'm gonna walk there. I'm gonna go on a big adventure. I'm gonna walk there, and yeah, I think that'll be a really, really fun adventure. But there's no way I'll be able to walk there in one day. It won't happen. It'll probably take me 2 days, maybe 3 days. But it's about 16 hour. It's a 16-hour walk, and I can only walk for maybe 6 hours until I get to the point where walking any further would be detrimental, you know? So 6 hours divided by 3, that's 6, 12, 18, that's 18. Yeah, so it would probably take me about 2 nights. So during that time, what's cool about Japan, oh god. What's cool about Japan is, and I'm pretty sure this is like most places, but you're allowed to set up like a little tent or something in like a public park, as long as you set it up at nighttime and you're out when the sun, not when the, like within an hour of the sun coming up. So all I need to do is bring my little tarp shelter, and I can just find a park, sleep there. The only problem with that is the bugs. The bugs. They have fucking cicadas here, or cicadas here, that are this big. And you know what else is all over Tokyo, Japan in general, is cockroaches. Cockroaches are everywhere here. Not necessarily like in the house and in not like in the house and in restaurants and stuff, but when you're out in the wild, cockroaches all over the place. When me and Megumi would go on picnics at Shiba Park, we would put our picnic blanket down, and within 10 minutes there would be 2 or 3 cockroaches just sitting there. Not even running around, just sitting there watching us. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm going to finish I'm gonna finish off these trainers here, and then when I'm finished the trainers, I'm gonna get going, because what time is it now? It's very late here in Japan. It is now 2:46 a.m. here in Japan. So, I'm gonna finish off all of these, and then I'm gonna get going. I will be back tomorrow. Yeah, I will be back tomorrow, and it'll be good. It'll be good. I'll continue this. Actually, you know what? Tomorrow I have a whole bunch of monster games. So I'll probably play some of the monster games, some of the Godzilla fighting games, yeah. But it'll be fun. I'm still sick, so I'm not leaving the apartment for anything other than I'm not leaving the apartment for anything other than the convenience store. So I'll be home. Okay. All right. Yeah, so living in Tokyo is so much different than living in Toronto. You know, they're both. I mean, I don't live in Toronto. I live in a town in the GTA. Um, yeah, I live in a town in the GTA, but I can just hop on the bus to Toronto. It takes me 40 minutes. Um, but yeah, it's such a different culture, like in Canada compared to here in Japan. I mean, for good and bad. There's a couple things I don't like about Japan. Like, people are cold in Japan. Um, in Canada, when you walk by somebody, they smile at you. It's just a normal 100% thing that you do. Just smile. In Japan, people will not smile at you. Um, to this day, the only people that smile at me that are Japanese are the people at the video game stores and my girlfriend, you know? But when you're walking by people, they're not gonna smile at you and stuff, and that's jarring sometimes, right? Because you're walking around as a Canadian, smiling at everyone, and everyone's just kind of like, "Who the hell is this guy? You know, why is he smiling at me?" But other than that, so it can feel kind of lonely sometimes. It can feel like yeah, it can feel kind of lonely sometimes. It's good though. Alright, I think that is it. I think that was the last one. Nope. Nope. There's still more. Why does Jigglypuff look so evil? Doesn't it look like she has like red fire in her eyes? Jeez. That's it's a pretty intense it's pretty intense. Fucking sleep. Oh god damn it. I've been listening to the Bob's Burgers movie, and the problem is, I like to listen to the audio of TV shows. However, I've never actually sat down and watched the Bob's Burgers movie, so I have to turn it off because I don't know what's going on. But oh, I have a great movie to watch tonight. What's it called again? It's called Boggy Creek: The Legend Is True. It looks fucking stupid as hell. But it might be good for content. Okay, so I don't know what these moves are. I think the first one is light screen. Okay, how many more of these damn trainers do we have? Oh, what do we got going on here? Fucking Pharaoh. Okay. I need to make some food. I really hope that I have cup noodle. You know what though? I don't need noodles. I need something actual food. I could go to Suica or a Sakuya or I forget what it's called, but they're open right now. Another thing that's strange about Japan is it closes damn early. Like restaurants and all of that, they let out at like 10 p.m. It's very strange. Is that it? Am I here at the Pokemon Center? Okay. So, I believe we can get a Magikarp here. But you know what? I don't want a Gyarados. I think for the water Pokemon, I'll probably... Oh, actually, a Gyarados might be good in Pokemon Stadium, because it can do Dragon Breath. This one gives you a Gyarados. No? Aw. I thought she gave you a Magikarp. Maybe that's just in red and blue. It's over here. God damn it. Primeape is, Mankey's good for a little while until we can get, like, a Hitmonlee. Eventually it will learn a fighting move. Is there anything over here? Oh, no, there's not. Alright, guys, let's do one more battle, and then I'm gonna get going. My man, Wolf, what's up, man? I'm just about to end the stream in maybe 5-10 minutes. It's been fun. It's been nice hanging out with you guys. You know what, though? Streaming cross-legged is very different than streaming sitting down on a chair. It's like every day. It's like every 5 minutes you have to stretch out. You know what, though? I'm sitting on a tatami mat, so it's a little bit more comfortable. Oh, wait a minute, oh, I shouldn't have attacked that. This is level 12. Shoot. Okay, how close am I to leveling this up? $151 more to level. Okay, so you know what? We'll level up Mankey one more time, and then I'll call it. I'm wondering, do Game Boy Color games work on the Super Game Boy? I don't think they do. Black cartridge Game Boy games can play on a Color, on a Game Boy, and on the player. I know that. Oh, awesome, Wolf. What are you having for dinner? I'm so hungry. I think that I'm gonna go look for some fried chicken. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go look for some fried chicken. So you know what? Streaming with glasses on, I don't know why I wasn't doing this before, because it's much better. It's much better. I get a huge headache by the time I'm done streaming, so I never realized that wearing glasses is probably a good thing to do. Especially when you have a studio light and a laser behind you. Oh my, that was a critical hit. There we go, level 14. Okay, so, I will go and I will load up. Just checking key. Okay. Yeah, I'm in the mood for some chicken too. Okay. Which one of these is save? Okay. Book 1, field, report. This is the third one, this one. There we go. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching my stream. I really, really appreciate it. Today was a lot of fun. We made a new friend, and yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be back soon, and yeah, thanks again. Check out my latest vlog. I uploaded one of my vlogs is up now.